All right. Thank you for everyone that's joined us for the North Carolina State press conference. We'll begin with an opening statement from head coach Wes Moore, followed by questions for the players. Once the players are dismissed, questions for the head coach will also follow. Reminder for those in attendance, in person and on Zoom, to also list your organization before asking your question. And those on Zoom, remember to use the raised hand function. So, Coach, go ahead with your opening statement.
Well, first of all, give Princeton a lot of credit. They fought back. They hit some big shots down the stretch. Our kids, I thought, played hard. They battled, and I've got to do a better job, be honest, down the stretch and make better decisions, put us in a better position to finish that game off. So, it's a tough loss, heartbreaking, and, again, proud of our players, the way they competed, and tip my hat to Princeton.
Media, go ahead and start with questions for the players. We'll start with John.
John Kuhn, Associated Press. When you look at the final 6 minutes of the game, you guys didn't score a point over the final 5:44. Were you getting the looks you wanted, or was Princeton's defense just kind of keeping you from really getting into the offensive sets that you wanted to get into?
I feel like we got the shots that we wanted. Some of them were rimmed in and out, but their defense was good, but it was just like I feel like we did run the right stuff, and our shots just wasn't falling in that stretch. And we had good transition looks as well.
Next question for the players. Reminder on Zoom to use the raise hand function if you would like to ask a question. All right. Thank you, student athletes.
Thank you.
Okay. Next up for coaches' questions.
John Kuhn, Associated Press. When you kind of look at the fourth quarter overall, I mean, what kind of changed for you guys offensively in the fourth quarter? Because, previously in the second and third quarter, you were getting good shots. You were being able to knock things down.
I'll be honest. I need to see the film, like I said, I kicked myself for a couple of decisions there in the last few seconds. Probably should have just tried to get the ball in bounds and draw the foul and go to the foul line instead of going for it, so to speak. So I regret that. We had a lot of turnovers. We ended up with 20 turnovers in the game, and I thought there was times in that fourth quarter where maybe in transition or whatever we made some tough decisions and ended up turning the ball over. So, that's part of it as well. But and like I said, you got to give Princeton a lot of credit. They did a good job defensively, helping, getting in the gaps. We only went and got 4 offensive rebounds, so that's tough too when you're not able to get some boards and get some second chance points. So all those things contributed, but I need to probably look at it and see to.
Next question will come from Jen Hatfield on Zoom.
Hi, Coach. Jen Hadfield with the Next. You talked yesterday about how you would have to balance focusing on Caitlin Chen and not letting other folks get free for Princeton. How challenging was it today to have Grace Stone and Julia Cunningham kind of stepping up so much in the scoring department alongside Chen?
I think you're asking about them having other people score besides Chen. Was that it? Was that the gist of it?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, again, we knew Stone could shoot it. I mean, she's shooting right at 40% from three. We just didn't do a good job of getting to her. And, the last one she hit, obviously that was a tough one there. We were trying to do some switching, but, we just didn't get to her. So, probably should have I thought the last one Chen hit, I should have probably stressed in the timeout. Let's don't help off of her. And we did help, and again, they both hit big threes. I mean, that was the ball game. You had a 5-point lead, and they both hit threes. So those two in particular, but Santa Rosa, she obviously hit a couple as well. So Yeah, I mean, they got, when you look at in conference play, they had like 4 kids shooting between 35% and 40% from 3. So we definitely respected those kids. We just didn't do a good job of defending them.
Hey, Coach. Isabel Rodriguez with the Daily Princetonian. Just one quick one. I'm curious for the players that were on the court, what it means that they were able to kind of battle it to the end, even without Diamond Johnson on the court today.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've been without her for, almost a month now, and so, this time of year there's no consolation prizes. So, and the fact that we had a lead and had an opportunity to control the game, and so really, yeah, we can't get much out of that. I'm proud of our kids the way they competed today, and I thought they, gave it everything they had. And obviously, we had a short bench. Really only 4 guards out there. Isaiah tweaked her ankle a little bit, so we only had 3 guards. So, again, it was tough, but we had opportunity, and we didn't quite finish it.
Next question will come from Rob McLam on Zoom.
Yes, Wes. Rob McLam from Inside Pack Sports. My question to you, sir, I know this is a tough loss. When you go home, what approach do you take in terms of rebooting and focusing on next season? What's the approach in the next few days?
One more time, what was that before? What's our approach?
Yes, sir. What is your approach over the next few days in terms of rebooting and preparing for next season? What is this, plan, if you have one?
Well, I mean, again, it's a new era. So now the transfer portal is up and running, opened up Monday. So, we have to start looking at our roster and how we want to try to rebuild that. Again, right now, just still really disappointed in not being able to finish this game off and help them get over the hump. I mean, we were right there, and so that's the tough part about losing a game like this as a coach. You second guess everything you did, and so I'll have to live with that for a few days. But yeah, definitely gotta at some point look at our roster and how we want to try to build it from there.
Next question will come from Jen Hatfield.
Coach, can you just talk us through that last offensive possession that you had as the buzzer was about to sound, what you were looking for?
Yeah, again, obviously it didn't work very well, so it was a bad decision on my part. But we were trying to, get an attack towards the baseline. They did a great job of taking that away. That's what's tough. You got a few different things that you've worked on all year, and you want to try to run in those situations. And like I said, the one that really bothers me is the one with about 12 seconds when we had the ball inbounds pass tipped and ended up turning it over. Like I said, we had a 2-point lead at that point. Now, looking back, I wish I'd have been more conservative and got it in and let them foul us and have an opportunity to go clinch the game at the foul line. So that's the one that bothers me, but also the last one. Yeah, in hindsight, wish I'd have ran something different, but we were trying to get downhill over there and then also have somebody in the weak side corner if the drive wasn't developing all the way to the rim. But again, should have done something different.
Final question will come from Rob McLam.
Rob McLam, Inside Pack Sports West. Just your thoughts on Brown, Turner, Boyd, and Hobby, their 4 years, what they've contributed to NC State.
Yeah, all 3 of them were a part of, 4 NCAA teams, 3 ACC champions, tournament-wise, and then also regular season championship. So they had quite a legacy and, did a lot of great things for our university and our program. And like I said, I just hate it that it ended this way and that I couldn't help them, at least take another step and see where that led us. But, yeah, I appreciate what they've done and all that they've contributed to our program and the way they've carried themselves.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.